Hello everyone, I have another video here on multiplying or dividing by 10, 100 and 1000, particularly to do with decimal numbers, of course. This is chapter 6D in your textbook. Okay, in the textbook it is called something slightly different, means the same thing. So times or divide by powers of 10, that simply means any of these numbers, okay? So a 10, 100 or 1000, same thing. Okay, so again, this is probably something you've come across before. When you are timesing, you are moving your decimal place to the right. Okay, when you're dividing, you're moving it to the left. Okay, really important you remember that one. Now, the number of places depends on the amount of zeros in what you're timesing it by. Okay, number of places equal number of zeros. That's the easiest way to remember it. So if it's 10, it's one place. If it's 100, because it's 1 0, it's 2 places. If it's 1000, it's 3, etc. Okay, so that's some key things to remember. I'll highlight that one as well. Okay, so lots of questions here to fly through, hopefully. Now when I'm doing this, I actually do jump my pen like you may have been taught before. I'll show you. So I find where the decimal point is, and then I move it with an arrow, and I'm going to move it one position because it's just timesing by 10 in this question, and then I can rewrite my answer. So 365.32. okay, and that's 10 times bigger than 36.532, so 365.32. okay, I'm going to move it 2 places because there's 2 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 3, 8.7, okay, times by 100. Now I popped this question in here to show you what you do if there's not many decimal places after. So we're actually timesing by 100, so we need to move it 2 places, 1, 2. Now you'll notice that there's only a 2 there. So whenever you have to move it that many places, you just add another 0 in underneath. So 7420. And because it's a neat whole number, you don't technically have to put the decimal point, but that would also be perfectly acceptable. Okay, and this ginormous number timesing by 1000, so 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 2, 1, 4, 8, 9.34. Cool. Okay, moving on to dividing now. So we're going to be moving our decimal place to the left, making the number smaller. Okay, so dividing by 10, same principle as what we spoke about up here. The number of places is how many zeros are in your division, sorry, or multiplication. So 1 0 1 place. Okay, so that's 47.92, and that's 10 times smaller than 497.2. Okay, time as divided by 1000, so 2 zeros, 1 2. Now the decimal place now has been put at the start, so I would need to put a 0 point because we wouldn't just write it point something something something. So 0 at the start, 13103. Okay, divided by 1000, 3 decimal places, 1 2 3, 7.5894. Don't forget the last number in there as well. And here's a really good one, similar to before, where you need to add zeros into your answer. So it's already really small, and I'm dividing by 1000, 3 positions. So I'm going to go 1 2 3, put my decimal point down, and then under each of these, I actually do it in the question, and then I can just carefully rewrite the answer. 0.0004, a tiny, tiny, tiny number. Okay, all done.